And earlier I spoke to former Matilda Dianne Alagich. Dianne made her international debut at 16, appeared 86 times in her career and holds the distinction of starting every single one of Australia's World Cup and Olympic Games matches from 1999 to 2007. I began by asking her about the Matildas' success in the World Cup over the last few weeks.
It's really pretty phenomenal to put it all into words. But what I think mostly that we've gotten out of this tournament is the fact that it's really united the whole nation. Every single person made this all happen. Matilda's their performance, but the general public getting along to the game, supporting the girls, the broadcasting, the volunteers. It's all just been such a beautiful team effort.
Oh, absolutely. It's been incredible to see just how much Australia has backed the Matildas. I would say there's no doubt they're Australia's favourite team at the moment. What legacy does this team leave, do you think?
Yeah, well, I think that's the legacy. I think the fact that it's unearthed this passion of Australians have for football, and we never really saw that before. So I think the legacy is everyone's legacy. The fact that that the initial bid that we won to host this World Cup, the team that put this event on has done a phenomenal job. As I mentioned, the broadcasting, but more than that, I think it's every single Australian that got along to the game, that took their children to the game, cheered for the Matildas. Every person that bought that jersey, I think that's the legacy. And for me, like I took my children to the games and just experiencing the Mexican wave, experiencing just getting behind that team. And I think the French coach summed it up the best when we made the quarterfinals and played France. And he said that his team didn't just play against the Matildas, his team played against the Matildas and a whole nation. And I think that's a legacy that we leave, that anything is possible if we get behind a team, if we get behind each other, we can achieve anything.
Absolutely. And as you said, that's what we have seen over the last few weeks. Dianne, how have things changed for the women's game since you played?
Yeah, I think there's the exposure is probably one of the things that I think has changed a lot. I mean, I look back to what we achieved as a team, and we ended up 5th in the Athens Olympics. We made the quarterfinals in the 2007 World Cup, but we weren't visible back then. And so for now, like the A-League Women's is on TV, it's pay-per-view, it's free to air. The Matildas, everyone can go and watch a Matildas game, it's on TV. So I think that's one of the biggest things that's changed since my time. Also, professional leagues around the world. I know that when I first played professionally in America, it was the inaugural American professional league, and it was only myself and Julie Murray playing professionally. And now every single Matilda is playing professionally around the world, and every boy and girl can go and play and play anywhere in the world. So I think that's very different from back in my day, and also the resources that we put into the Matildas now. They're fully resourced, they're fully professional. And as a result, you can see the result. We're one of the best teams in the world now, and that's come from resourcing the Matildas appropriately.
Are we almost seeing, I guess, a bit of a Matildas effect? There's no doubt that this current team have sparked conversations about funding and pay, and not necessarily just for women's soccer, but sport in general. Are big codes suddenly on notice now?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think some other codes have pushed football or soccer, but the AFL women's have started to back their girls, and you see you see rugby league now having professional league as well. So I think the codes have sort of helped each other and pushed each other along. Hopefully we can get on the back of this and really support our A-League women's teams, and hopefully that can drive those girls to be fully professional as well. And that's one of the things that I'd like to see after this World Cup, is putting those resources into those competitions, those underpinning competitions that drive the Matildas.
Should there be equal pay for women, given that they have actually achieved more than the men have ever had?
Yeah, it's always a contentious topic, isn't it, the equal pay. Look, sport's not always fair. Sam Kerr's always going to have a better wage than the goalkeeper or the defender. You look at all the leagues around the world, each player is on a different wage. So sport is not fair. However, I believe that if you wear the green and gold, if you're male or female, you deserve equal pay. So at the end of the day, I think if you play for your country, if you're a man, you're a woman, you deserve the same amount of money.
Yeah, absolutely. Dianne, what do you think should happen in the future to make the women's game even stronger?
Yeah, I think keep resourcing the Matildas. We've got to look at that elite program and resourcing it appropriately like we're doing now. And then you look at the underpinning programs, the Future Matildas program, which Leah Blaney is doing a fantastic job. You look at Cooney Cross has come from that program and now she's a world-class player. And I still believe that we need to look after the grassroots of our game. They're the boys and the girls that are coming to the games, and their families are the ones that are supporting the Matildas. So I think we've still got a lot to do in that space. But we've got some good people in the game. We've got some strong advocates on the board of Football Australia who are really pushing for the game. They've played the game, so they know what it takes, and keep filtering those resources into the A-League Women's. I think we'll reap those rewards in years to come. That's what they've done in England. And look what England have done. They've won Euros and, they've played in a World Cup final and they've got such a strong league there. So I think if we continue to do that, we'll be on the right path.
And no doubt, as you said, the Matildas have set that pathway and the eyes of the nation have been on that squad the last few weeks. It's been phenomenal. Before we let you go, Dianne, Spain, of course, the winners overall. Did you manage to watch the match last night?
Yeah, I did. What a fantastic final. It just had everything. And, I think the best team won on the day. The Spanish team is amazing. And, they've now won the 17s, the 20s and the Senior World Cup. So they'll be the ones to watch in years to come. But, hats off to both teams. They're just two phenomenal teams that, I definitely think the best two teams in the world played in that final last night. And 75,000 packed out to watch that game. So again, the Australian public getting behind not just only the Matildas, but all of women's football. So it was just so fantastic to see.
Yeah, it's almost sad it's all come to an end so quickly. It's been a terrific few weeks, not just for the Matildas, but for Australia in general. Dianne Alagich, lovely to speak with you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.